Hey guys, today we're going to be solving multi-step word problems that require us to follow a strict strategy in order to get the correct answer. As always, we're going to follow the routine of reading the question, circling the numbers, underline anything that tells us what we need to do, and then solving to find the answer. We're also going to be using the A strategy to give an explanation for the work that we complete today. So let's go ahead and start with the R and let's read our problem. Javion wants to make a book of his artwork. He started with 50 pages in his book. He took away the 15 pages that were missing color. He then added 23 pages. Our first question says, how many pages are there in his art book? Explain your reasoning. Question B says, how many more pages will he need if he wants his art book to be 100 pages? We're going to start with just looking at the problem up here at the top. And we're going to go through and we are going to circle any numbers that we find. So I have the number 50, 15, and 23. Down here in my question, I also have 100. Now let's see, what do we need to underline? Anything that tells us what we will need to do. So very quickly, I'm just going to reread it. Javion wants to make a book of his artwork. He started with 50 pages in his book. He took away the 15 pages that were missing color. He then added 23 pages. All right, so we've gone through and we've underlined. And again, I'm just going to look at the problem because if I go and I look at the questions, I may get a little confused. So I'm going to just stick to the problem. So for that purpose, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go like this so that we only focus up here on our problem. Now, I'm going to read it and try and figure out what to do with the number 50 and 15. Now, a trick is to look at what we've underlined in between those numbers so that we can first figure out if that helps us. So I'm going to read both of these sentences. He started with 50 pages in his book. I'm going to draw that book, and I'm going to say that this book has 50 pages. He took away. Took away means if we have something, we're going to take something away. Meaning we're going to take it out, we're going to move it, we're going to remove it. So he's going to remove, take away, took away 15 pages. So if I start with 50 and I take away, that operation is subtraction. Now I'm going to solve this normally and I'm going to say, all right, look at my ones at the top. Well, I can't take 5 from 0, so that means I need to borrow. That 5 is going to become a 4 as I borrow a 10 and place that in the ones place. Now I'm going to add 10 to 0. Well, that's going to make this 0 a 10. Now can I take 5 from 10? I sure can. So here are my 10. And I'm going to take these 5 away, which is going to leave me with 5. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 1 is 3. So the first two numbers, I found out that so far if he takes away 15, we're left with 35. However, I'm not done as I still have one more sentence that I need to make sure I apply to my multi-step word problem. It says he then added 23. So the answer for these two numbers was 35. So I can pretty much do away with these two numbers and use this number in its place. So now I'm going to say 35 and 23. And again, I'm going to look at what I've underlined to give me directions on what to do. It tells me to add. So now I'm going to add these two together. 5 plus 3 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. So the answer for this entire word problem is 58. I had to do both subtraction and addition to get to that answer. So now let's take a look at what A says. How many pages are there in his art book? Well, as we stated, there are 58 pages. Explain your reasoning. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to write A. And just as you explain it in any other terms, you're going to tell me that first I did the subtraction. I did the subtraction problem, 50 minus 15, and my answer was 35. First, I did 50 minus 15, which equals 35. Then I took 35 and added 23. Then I added 23 to 35. And my answer was 58. So here is my explanation for A right down there. Now I'm going to move to part B. B says, how many more pages will he need if he wants his art book to be 100? Well, you know, I know the strategy of how to use a number line. So I'm going to start at 58. Now I'm going to try to go to 100. Let's see. I know how to count by fives, but that may take a while. The next one I could try doing is counting by tens. 58 is not quite a 10, but it's close to 60. And that means I would have to go 2 spaces. And then if I count this way, I can go 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Oh, that works out great. So I've got 10, 10, 10, and 10. So now I'm going to count this up: 10, 20, 30, 40, 42. 42. So my answer for B is 42. And B does not tell me to explain, so then I would be done there. Now remember, you can check to make sure that your answer is correct by adding that to the 58. So I'm going to do this over here just to double check that I've got that answer. And again, I want it to be 100. 8 plus 2 is 10. So I'm going to put the 0. If I look at that number, I'm going to put the 0 in the ones place, and I'm going to carry the 10 to the tens place. And then I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at that. 100, 100. Therefore, I know that answer is right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you would approach a multi-step word problem. Remember, start at the top, look at those first 2 numbers, find out what to do, look at the next 2 numbers, and find out again what to do. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck and have a great day.